Hello, my beautiful survivors. How are you? This is Karina from Stroke Surviving the Odds, the podcast, where the mission of the show is to move forward past the events of the stroke, reclaim your life, reclaim your identity. We also focus a lot on emotional and psychological health because that has to do with alignment. Well, today's guest is the perfect guest to start this series. But before I start talking about her, I want to tell you who I am. I suffered a brainstem dissection 28 years ago. I survived a coma and a locked-in syndrome, and right now I'm living my very best life, which you guys are a big part of it. And Mona, of course. Mona is a big part of it as well. So I would love to introduce to you this lady has quite an extensive holistic and healing journey. Of course, she's going to be talking about her story. We're having a conversation and we're going to learn more, but she's also very eager to give you guys some holistic approaches that are going to be helping you in your recovery. So are you guys ready? I'm going to give you her little list of credentials. Is quite impressive. Now, she is an energy healing practitioner, meditation and breath work in order to work the mind and the body and the pain body. She's a yoga teacher where she also teaches elders in chair yoga. That much I find very impressive. And she also practices Feng Shui, which helps with spatial healing. Guys, not only is she a wellness mentor, but for the past 15 years, she's a mentor for me. She has been my mentor, and I'm very proud to call her my friend. So I think we're friends, Mo, right?
Oh my God, thank you so much for the amazing intro, girlfriend. Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes, yes. All of these things and a few more things that I do.
All right, and a bag of chips.
And a bag of chips. I
Yes.
always was fascinated by energy and the mind and the occult and the mystic. And since I'm young, at 7 years old, my dad took us, my family, my mom and dad, we started meditating in the 70s in
Wow.
Montreal. This Swami came and introduced transcendental meditation, TM, I think it's called,
Okay.
in the social medias. And so it's a long time coming, right? That I've been working with my mind and my intuition. And this is what I love to do.
So, Mona, my first question to all my guests is always, who are you as the person? But I think that you just told us who you are as a person because I can vouch for this lady. This, what she just said, is who she is. And she lives by everything that she has learned and that she's teaching, and she's healing the world and herself over the years. So I'm just going to let you do you. Sounds
Sure,
good?
girlfriend. Thank you. My big, my heart is focused always on healing people's mind. Because at the end of the day, all the yoga poses in the world, all the breathing in the world, the journaling, right, the meditating, it's always to control the mind. In yoga, they say that suffering comes from the mind. So how come some people, right, went through hell and they're still can manage their energy when in public and and carry themselves with grace, and some others had a good life and they're all over the place, no
They're all
grace,
over and they're bitter.
and bitter and angry and gossiping, and they have the money, the health, they have everything, right? Well, how come we're all so different? And I didn't get a stroke. I'm not a survivor of a stroke, but we all suffer. We all carry suffering. We live
Survivors.
in a duality world, yin and yang, hot and cold, right? So the suffering is part of all of us. And through my accessible yoga, right, chair and even bedridden people, right, there's yoga in there.
Wow.
Yoga means to unite, and it's really to unite with who you are, right? And you know, sometimes life is good, and then suddenly something happens and we
Okay.
hit a wall, right? It could be a stroke, it could be a bankruptcy, a divorce, right? Getting It's so different for everybody. And then it's when we sat with the discomfort that we're slowly able to open up to allow acceptation, right? We cannot leave from being angry, right, for whatever happened in your life to joy. You can't jump there. It's a daily, it's slowly, it's
A
work.
process.
It's a process. And healing the body to start with, even from a cold, you need to be in your feminine energy, or in your yin energy, which is relax, faith, laughing, dancing, singing, sleeping,
That's the
meditating.
feminine.
That's
That's
the
the
feminine.
feminine.
Yeah, which is not act. The masculine is in action. Is looking for solution, right? So the healing, the nervous system to go in your parasympathetic healing mode. It's either when you sleep, even relax. When you're watching Netflix, you're not relaxing because you're living a million emotion in half an hour. Yes. So in yoga, we say a sadhana. Sadhana is a spiritual practice. And there comes a time in your life where you need to look at yourself. And if life was good, because we don't grow in partying, we grow in our suffering. And we need the suffering. We need to grow. That's why we came on this planet. So we
Okay.
might not
Hold on.
like what. Huh?
Okay, go on, go on, go on. I know you
I'm,
love. You are so passionate.
I'm
You
quick.
you live, breathe. I think it's oozing out of your pores, your energetics and everything.
It's like I want people to grasp it, because sometimes we hear something, but it doesn't change our lives, right? And then you hear
Yeah,
it in another way and it clicks, and then you create a new habit. But in
absolutely.
reality, anybody wants to heal, you need to chill out and stop thinking and wondering and fighting the system, right? And
Say that
resist.
again. Chill out.
I don't know. You need to relax. Have a good time. Start incorporating things that makes you happy. And this year in a month I'll turn 60, and I was at a point where I was in a little blah this winter with everything. Right? I've been to that restaurant. I've been in the old Montreal. I'm from Montreal. I felt like I needed new, so I pick up a new hobby. Right? And now
Which
I got
is
passionate with my sourdough. Stupidities, making bread. I'm learning. I fail. Like I'm growing through I cried because my bread wasn't good. But, I became attached.
wow. I thought I was alone.
So, by finding what brings me joy now. Now, not before.
I love that. I love
Now.
that. No.
Yeah. So, how do you get there, right, to finally starting to want to bring new joy in your life? It's through a process, a sadhana, a spiritual practice. Breathe,
Okay.
moving, just starting to move a little bit, moving the energy around you, right? Breathing a little deeper. If you don't oxygenate your body, right, with the breath, you get prana, that chi, that vital energy that your energetic body needs also. Your cells need the prana. So when you breathe deeply and you hold your breath a little bit, every cell of your body gets to have a breath, right? Instead of those half little breath, because we're not moving, we're not active. So breathing will transfer you slowly, right? Movement, even
Love that.
journaling. Sitting with the discomfort when you're sad, sitting with your sadness. One of my teacher 20 years ago had told me, when you want to cry, go on your bed and cry until there's no more crying. Cry till you force yourself at the end, and for that moment there's the pain is out. You've released that layered of stuck energy within you, because it's only energy, right? Our thoughts is
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
So that's what I do when I feel like crying. I give myself permission to cry till the end. I don't stop it and go do the dishes because I shouldn't be crying, right? I cry, and slowly you it's a layer by layer, releasing,
I
releasing, releasing.
and God knows that stroke survivors do a lot of crying, and it is very healing. It seems sad, and we tell people don't cry, but
Yeah,
then it's okay that they cry.
we need to
Their
cry.
body needs it.
Absolutely. In yoga philosophy, they say the heart is being purified when you cry. And
Ah,
you're releasing energy, right? Either anger, or people laugh and cry, right? It's just a form of energy, and we don't need to be so scared of it. And it's normal that we grieve, right? We grieve the past, we grieve what was.
I'd like to, okay, just you talk as you talk in my mind. I don't want to take notes, but you're saying so many good things right now, Mo. Let's talk about the grieving, because I know that you've seen me talk about we grieve our old selves as stroke survivors, or a survivor of anything for that matter. We
Mm-hmm.
grieve the old life.
Mm-hmm.
We grieve the old, basically. And other than crying and moving from everything that you do, what would be your best advice other than that, or complement to that, to help release that sadness inside?
Yeah. Well, when it comes like a wave, you gotta let it come. You can't really force yourself to cry or feel anything, right? The idea is also the the spinning of the mind, right? The
Yes.
meditation. When you start practicing meditation, everybody's the same. They're like that, right? We can't stop. We're not used to sit in stillness. That's why, to be able to sit in stillness, you move a little bit, you breathe a little bit, right? You focus, you set an intention. We want to live with presence, with awareness. We want to, or our action to be, we're here doing the supper. We're here, right? Presence.
At
And
the moment.
be in the moment. And because when you're thinking of the past, or you're worried about the future, you're not in the moment. There's only the moment. So meditating or contemplating is practicing coming back to the moment. And once you get comfortable being in the moment, again, we open up to more, to be accepting. It comes natural. But by doing the
That
little
makes
work,
sense.
reading scriptures that inspire you, or listening to an inspiring podcast is
Okay.
another way.
Oh, that like mine, like
Yes.
ours. Because I know you're going to be inspiring a lot of people, Mo. I'm not kidding. You're really good at what you do. And I miss the fact, off subject, I miss that I don't see you on your lives anymore on Facebook. I hope one day you're going to return to that, because I miss seeing you. You are such an inspiration. I remember taking so many notes in what you do. Now, give me a minute. We're talking meditation now, and so many people. I mean, I love meditation. I don't do it enough, but when I do it, I love it. And so many people are saying, "But I can't meditate. Everything comes in my mind." So someone that has never meditated yet has experienced that fluster in the head. What's the best way to start?
Hmm. Well, well. You sit comfortably. So just that takes time, right? In
And
reality,
what is sitting comfortably?
whatever
Let's
it
break
is,
it down. Let's
no,
break it
whatever it
down.
is for you, right? I don't
Thank
know your
you.
body. If for you,
Slouching, sitting forward,
yes.
whatever works in a chair that makes you happy.
Yeah, of course, we want the spine as straight as possible. But if you have a spine problem, I'm not going to mention the spine, right? Because it's accessible for everybody. You can meditate laying down, you can meditate while you do your dishes. Meditation, at the end of the day, is presence, right? It's slowing the mind.
I have a question. You're bringing yes. Okay. In the morning, I tend to like my starting my morning briefly like this. Just lying in bed and staring and being awake, either listening to morning meditation or just staring at the ceiling or the wall and just being present in the bed. Is that considered meditation?
It's a form of meditation because there's
It's
different
a
kind of
form,
meditation. It's a
but
form of
okay.
meditation. Absolutely. We want those thoughts to be focused on what do I want to accomplish today? What kind of people, what kind of person, what kind of energy do I want to share? Right? What do I need to accomplish? Who do I need to be today to
Because
accomplish
Lenny,
these things?
hold on, because you and I talk very fast, and when we get going, we get going. So I need to slow us down a bit.
I will. Sorry.
For no, it's not just you; it's me too. Because stroke survivors are the thinking process. Yeah, we overthink,
Yeah,
but at the same time, cognitively, it's slower.
I
Okay.
get it.
Now, so I get like, yes, I'm there lying down, and yes, I will think of what kind of day do I want, what do I have to do, but how do I want to show up today?
Hmm.
But for a stroke survivor, it might just be breathing. It might just be today I'm going to put my running shoes. Today I'm going to walk to the bathroom, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Live
As
with
long as they
inspiration.
are still present
Yes.
and intentional. That's what I'm getting from what you're saying. It's
Yes.
to be intentional in the following moments.
Yes.
Am I
Intentional.
understanding it well?
You got it 100%, girlfriend. To be
You taught me
intentional
well.
is to be present, right? Same in feng shui. Your home, is everything on your wall, things that you choose and they have a meaning and it inspire you, right? If not, I would tell you get it out of your vision, right? Surround yourself with intentional object, right? So,
You
and the
taught me
same for the
so much.
day. Hmm?
You taught me so much about my spatial healing environment, especially when my mom passed and all that, that I know that if anybody wants to learn more about this, we're going to give Mona's information. We're going to post it. But that helped me heal that part because what do you think of clutter?
Well, again, in feng shui, because every area of your house represent an area in your life. Some people have a certain room clutter, but not maybe not the kitchen, but their bedroom is cluttered, right? So they say we could tell a lot about, right, somebody by their clutter,
Yeah.
what they hold, and sometimes it gets you get overwhelmed with life, you accumulate. Same with me. I got my mom, my dad, my brother's stuff. My basement is a little bit overwhelmed, and slowly, at the end of the day, you want to be gentle with yourself, but when you feel the inspiration to start, you take it. And if it's 5 minutes, it's good enough, right? And I want people to live with intention and do what they feel like doing only. Don't do the dishes if you don't want to. Why go do the dishes? Because you have to. Who said that you have to do anything? Who made the rules? There's no more rules at one point, right? And do it when you feel like, hey, I feel like cleaning my kitchen now, right? Accept
Yeah.
um, change the rule. We got to be flexible. You got to think outside the box eventually, right? And decide that for what's left, for what you want, the rest of your life, it has to be joy and not in a. And things happen. I like to believe things happen for a reason, right? And
They do. They do. They
they
do.
took you there because it's time in your life. Your whole life you ran after making the most money and making everything okay. Now it's time to make it you okay and take care of your body.
I
In
love I
yoga,
love that. Yeah. Yes, yoga.
in yoga, you're not your body, right? We identify at the body, my heart, my arm, my right, my memory, but we're not. We're a soul.
Oh, I did not know that.
So when you
Okay.
practice again meditation, right? There's all kinds of ways to practice calming the mind, right? Focusing point and all this, but you realize you're not the body, right? When you meditate, it's amazing. What I want to say, I used to give meditation classes online. So in the fall, I'm gonna give a sadhana. Every week we'll learn a new way to develop your spiritual practice, which I'm very
Love
excited
it.
about this course. It will touch a little bit about everything, right? A little deeper about breathing and how you can incorporate it. Not everybody can breathe deep either, right? We're so different, everybody. And you'll add the link, I guess, but in starting
For
July
sure.
8th,
Absolutely. For sure. Everything you give me, I want people
you'll share.
to
Good.
flock at you.
It's a little free gift I'm doing for my community because during the summer there's less classes that I teach. So
Okay.
online every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, I'm going to give free chair yoga to your community or whoever
Love it.
wants to
Thank
join.
you. Thank you. Love it. We're gonna make a special post that we'll do it every
Every
week.
week,
When you give me the go, I think it is beautiful. Can they do it in a wheelchair?
yeah, you can do it on your couch. You can do it sitting in a kitchen chair, on your bed, wherever you want. And if you lay down, you can still hear, right? Because the mind, just like when you watch a horror movie and your heart beats fast because you're scared and you're in your living room, it's the same for yoga. If you look at somebody doing a headstand, let's say, you get the same benefit because the mind doesn't know the difference.
That is amazing what you just
Yes,
said. Hold on. Let me just recapitulate ça because that is
absolutely.
amazing. The power of the visual mind,
Yes.
basically. Because, like she just said, if you see someone doing a headstand, it's like you are doing it.
And you get benefits from
And
it.
you get the benefit. Yes. So there is being a stroke survivor. That's what breaks my heart because I know what it is to be a survivor. But 28 years down the road, I know there's so much that can be done. And it breaks my heart when some people say, that's it, I'm done. It
Yeah.
breaks my heart. And now you're giving possibilities, and opportunities with your chair yoga, but you're offering possibilities that they can use their minds
Yeah.
to feel well.
Close your eyes, see yourself walking because your energetic body, the memory, the heart is in the memory is in the heart, right? It's not in the mind. The memory, your body knows how to walk, the mind knows how to walk, and run in the fields if you want, right? Find little ways to find your joy. The best person to work with is the person that's done, right? Because they're at the end of their rope and they can only go up from there.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love it. Yes, yes. You gotta know what it is to go down in order to go up, like the momentum of a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's
But
when you surrender and you find freedom after. It's the same in
and
yoga. You surrender, you do a pose, you can't do it, and then when you want to give up, all of a sudden you float. Right? It's beautiful.
I love it. From everything you do, Mo, from everything you do, Mona, what is your favorite? Because you got all like your face lit up, your eyes became all pétillant with stars when talking of energy, but then yoga, you just You just float. You just flow with it. Which one is your favorite?
Well, it's a bit of everything. Girlfriend, if it wasn't for finding yoga and the philosophy, because yoga is a spiritual experience, it's not a workout, it's a work in. When you start practicing yoga, slowly you get to know yourself. Um, you know, I could see my flaws and where my should and shouldn't, and but then I'm able to find equanimity, find balance, right, and not identify by my mistakes, not identify with the bad
Mm,
things that happen in my life, right, and then
beautiful.
you
No,
work on finding balance because that's where your joy is. We don't want to be, oh, we all know when we are so happy, we come down after. This is not our natural state either, but we want to be at peace, right? At
mhm.
peace with what is in the present moment by not identifying too much with the bad things that have happened. Eventually, we let go. We let
Let
go.
go and let God. And by letting God, it doesn't mean going to church. It could mean meditation. It could mean yoga. It could be
The
letting
universe.
into the universe exactly as long as it's inside. I lost you for a moment.
Back?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of course. I see your
Okay.
beautiful face. It's just that there's a little storm outside. That's why.
And somebody
But
phoned. I'm on my phone and somebody phoned. That's what happened. But my girlfriend, I find that when you decide that you want to find joy, you don't get there the next day, but truly peaceful joy inside. Everything is possible for anybody. And at the end of the day, it's balance. It's acceptation, and we want to be neutral. Indifférent with things.
indifférent, indifferent.
Yeah, like it's okay. I'm okay with it happened, right? To be, not meaning that it doesn't mean anything, and we're bypassing grief and all this. Is that what I mean?
I
But I
get it.
mean,
I totally get what you're saying. You're saying indifférent in it is what it is for the moment, or it has happened. It's done and over with, but you have a choice. You
yeah,
shit or get off the pot.
like you don't let it define you and control you. You don't identify anymore that because of that you need to be treated different by others, and like using the energy of to be who you are, because at the end you're a beautiful soul living an experience on earth, and we might not like everything. So but I heard you say it in the past, not why this happened to me but why this happened for me. Right, you said that before in one of your podcasts, and it's
Yes, for
exactly
sure.
that.
Yes. Yes. I think that when we start thinking, why are things happening like for me? That's when we start even pushing the acceptance even more.
A little bit more, yeah.
Get the
And I find that,
momentum going.
yeah, and practicing holding back a little bit, not reacting so fast, right? Because
How?
even,
Okay, okay. I want to hear. How, can you suggest something for people because our emotions are screwed up after stroke and we are reactive.
yeah, exactly.
And so, for someone that just had a stroke that is listening to you, what would you recommend? Holding back is great, but how?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's the daily work that you start seeing the changes. But yeah, it's a, should I say that? Why would I say that? What do I accomplish by saying that? Is that going to be helpful? Right? Are we
Love it.
reacting because we're hurt? Right? Like this whole transfer of energy, right? It just
It's
comes
it.
with practice and teachings, right?
one of the best ways, and we've talked about this often. One of the best ways that I found to help myself is to help others. And I think that we're not going to get into it now because we're at half hour. I'm trying to respect the length, but you're definitely going to be coming back.
You're
We'll do a
welcome.
part 2 if you want.
My pleasure.
Your private life is your private life, but I know that you have done a lot of healing by helping others.
It's just the base in yoga philosophy is where you're gonna heal. The fastest way to heal is to be of service of others. We forget
Yep.
about ourselves, right? Even if it's to cook at home. When I make my bread, right, I'm out of my head. I have somebody in mind. I put good energy because I'm gonna give this bread to somebody. This heals faster when
I
you do
love that.
something without expectation.
That
To
is
finish off,
beautiful.
when you heal your expectations, when you heal, expecting anything, going to the party, expecting the uncle to be rude and expecting good weather, expecting fun when you go somewhere. When you stop expectation, you become present. You're You stop
Mm.
being in your head waiting for the uncle to say
I
something
miss
crazy.
you. I missing you, regular. That was great. That was really, really good, Mo.
And joy
Really,
is
really
in the
good.
present. Joy is here right now, right? So, yeah, this is your homework. No expectation anymore.
Oh, I love it. Homework, guys. She gave us a homework. I don't think we've ever had a guest. We have amazing guests, but this is the first guest we have giving us a homework. No expectations. By having no expectations, be present in the moment.
You become present. You don't have to be, you are when you heal the expectation, right? So no more
Okay.
expectation. Just go with the flow. Already life will be lighter.
Okay. Okay. Easier said than done, but okay.
Yes. I'll
Okay.
I'll send you the link for chair yoga, free chair
Yes.
yoga starting July 8th, and then we'll talk again for the
That
second
is
course.
amazing. I am so excited. Really, you are, I mean, leaps and bounds. You've always been great, but I can tell that, wow, I want to take your yoga now. So, guys, you are watching and listening to Stroke Surviving the Odds, the podcast. And you know what? The stroke survivor community and the survivor community, period, we are here to stay and support and help each other in any way that we can. Nobody here is better than anybody else. We are all on the same playing field. We are just trying to make it a little better for everyone, ourselves included. That being said, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and you hit that little bell on YouTube. I'm going to give you all the information, the links for Mona, and we are definitely going to be having her again. So that being said, mwah to you guys, mwah to Mona. Thank you
Thank you,
so much
everybody.
for gracing us with your presence. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank